We're gonna start. Let me share my screen. We're gonna start with the last unit, which is unit 12. In the unit 12, yesterday we checked this email. You have that for homework. So if you haven't done that, you can do it today, tomorrow. You have until Friday. ¿Vale? Today we're going to check one important unit, which is the last unit, and the last unit comes with present perfect. Present perfect, ever, never, just, yet, take, and get. There is a reading about 21st century explorers, listening a past explorers, a poem, which we won't do it. No lo vamos a hacer el poem. So there is the transport and travel. And most importantly, we need, or you must memorize all the irregular verbs that you have here. All the irregular verbs, you have the list here. We're gonna practice them in a moment, but before we do it, have a look at them again, ¿no? For example, break, broke, broken. Ya vamos a empezar a ver el past participle in el present perfect, ¿no? What is present perfect? Just very quickly, a quick introduction of present perfect is an experience, something that you did recently, and something that started in the past and continues till the present. For example, I can say, I've been to the UK 2 times. No puedo decir I go, I went, sino el pasado participio de el verbo to be es, o del verbo go, es been. Yeah, aquí está go, been. I've been to the UK 2 times. She's done her homework. Vamos a agregarle aquí un poco de she's just done her homework. Yes. That is present perfect. A little bit of introduction. Another example, we haven't begun reading that interesting book. Yeah. So those are examples. If you notice, the verbs been, done, begun, no son past simple, sino past participle of the verbs. So that's why it's important, this list. If you haven't learned them yet, you have this week, next week, yeah, maximum to memorize them. At the back of your book, you have this list, the same list. ¿Vale? Entonces, that would be your homework for the rest of your life. Yeah. Fortunately, unfortunately. So what about the people? What are they doing? What is the people doing here, guys? Look at them.
They are flying.
What? They are flying, yeah. What is this sport? How do you call the blue that we have above us?
Sky.
Sky. And how do you say when you are about to swim, you dive? Entonces sería skydiving, el salto al cielo. Sky diving. That's the activity. Would you like to do this activity? Have you done this activity? Have you ever practiced this activity?
No.
No, never. My friends invited me, but I said no. I haven't done that activity. I said no. I refused. So I will never do skydiving, yeah, because it's a little bit dangerous, and I don't like heights. Heights, las alturas. Yeah, skydiving. It's an extreme sport. And all right, so let's watch the video introduction of the evening.
Welcome to Unit 12. This unit is all about experiences you've had in your life. Let me tell you about some of my most exciting experiences. I've swum with dolphins in Mexico. I've ridden a camel in the Canary Islands, and I've done a bungee jump in New Zealand. What amazing things have you done or experienced in your life?
I've been to Krakow in Poland.
I've been to Berlin with my friend.
I've done bungee jumping with my best friend.
The grammar focus in this unit is on the present perfect. I've swum with dolphins. I've done a bungee jump. You will learn how to use the present perfect with words like ever, never, yet, already, and just to talk about things you have or haven't done. Reading and speaking is all about exploring. You'll learn about famous explorers in the past, like Christopher Columbus and Leif Erikson, but also about 21st century explorers. Have you ever heard of wingsuit flyers? What about cold water athletes? Read the article and find out what they do. How many different words do you know in English that go with take and get? In vocabulary and speaking, we'll look at some expressions with these two verbs. Everyday English looks at words and phrases we use when we are travelling. Where do you need a boarding pass? Where can you buy a season ticket? You'll also practice conversations at the airport, bus station, and railway station that will help you in real-life situations. Are you ready for a challenge? Go online and complete the challenge task. Use the discussion board to share ideas with each other. Have fun. See you soon.
Okay, so that was the video introduction. What we will be checking this unit. Hopefully, we cover most of the students' book and part of the workbook, ¿vale? First of all, well, match. Sorry, I am thinking about football. Match the countries and the flags. Now that is going to be the World Cup, in Qatar. It's very important that you identify the flags of different countries. Yeah. Yeah, especially Mexico that lost today versus Sweden. Yeah, it's a deception. No existe la palabra deception, disappointment. It's disappointment. Anyways, so we have here Australia, Great Britain, France, Poland, Spain, the US. So have a look at the flags. Well, pick the countries that you have visited. In my case, I visited those countries. Solamente esos. I visited those countries. So, what about, vamos con lo más fácil, the US, letter
E.
E, yes, correct, letter E, the US. What about Great Britain, or better known as UK, ya conocido como UK, letter A, correct. What about Brazil?
J.
J. Australia,
G.
G. Germany,
K.
K. Japan,
C. C.
C. Talking about Japan, I'm going to do a commercial. These days, from now till Saturday or Sunday, no sé si el Saturday is the last day, pero va a haber presentaciones de la cultura japonesa aquí en el centro, en el museo que está frente a la parada, frente al cine Morelos, casi. It's about Japanese. So they have workshops, talleres, presentations, and yeah, different things to see of Japanese culture. ¿Vale? Si están interesados, es gratis. Bueno, no sé si sea de gratis, to be honest. I don't know if it's free, pero supongo que nada más es como cooperación voluntaria, ¿no? De los talleres. Hay diferentes talleres, presentaciones. Por ejemplo, hoy es una plática de experiencia en Japón y ¿qué más? Esta presentación del té, cómo hacen su ceremonia del té, ¿vale? Entonces, si están interesados, es gratis, it's free, I think, la entrada. Entonces, yeah, here in the museum, en el museo que está frente a Cine Morelos, in the city center, ¿vale? Okay, so what about Spain? What letter is Spain? Letter?
B.
B. Yes, correct. Spain. What about France?
F.
L. L. What about Italy?
F.
F. Yes. What about Switzerland? Switzerland is letter I. Is letter I. Egypt. Nos quedan dos. Egypt.
D.
D. Yes, correct. And Poland. Letter
H.
H. Letter H. Yeah. So we have different countries. Okay, so he's been everywhere. He's been everywhere. So Lexi and her friend Ruth are from Australia. Listen to their conversation. So these guys are from Australia. So we're going to hear what are they talking about, who is AV, and why doesn't Lexi like talking to Ruth? Okay. So let's
12.1.
try to answer the question.
He's been everywhere.
Hi, Lexi. I hear you and Abby are planning a trip to Europe.
Oh, hi, Rad. Yeah, we leave next Monday for Rome.
Ah, Rome. I know it well. I've been to Rome many times.
Well, I've never been there. It's my first time in Europe.
Really? Never? That's amazing.
I know. You've travelled a lot.
Yes, I have. But what about your friend, Abby? Is it her first time?
No, she's been to London and Paris before, but she hasn't been to Rome.
London and Paris. Wonderful cities. You know, I studied in Paris for a year before I went to work in New York. Another wonderful city. Now, have you ever been to the US?
No, Rudd, of course I haven't. I haven't travelled much at all.
Oh, I've been to North and South America so many times. And
Okay, Rudd, you've been everywhere. I've been nowhere.
Well,
Oh dear, look at the time. Got to go. Abby's waiting for me.
Oh.
We've got so much to do. Bye, Rudd. Maybe one day you can tell me more about your travels. Yeah, one day never.
Okay, one more time. In this time, well, you can try to answer the below activities, but we'll do it here. Try to answer this.
12.1. He's been everywhere.
Hi, Lexi. I hear you and Abby are planning a trip to Europe?
Oh, hi, Rudd. Yeah, we leave next Monday for Rome.
Rome. I know it well. I've been to Rome many times.
Well, I've never been there. It's my first time in Europe.
Really? Never? That's amazing.
I know. You've travelled a lot.
Yes, I have. But what about your friend, Abby? Is it her first time?
No, she's been to London and Paris before, but she hasn't been to Rome.
London and Paris. Wonderful cities. You know, I studied in Paris for a year before I went to work in New York. Another wonderful city. Now, have you ever been to the US?
No, Rudd, of course I haven't. I haven't travelled much at all.
I've been to North and South America so many times. And
Okay, Rudd, you've been everywhere. I've been nowhere.
Well,
Oh dear, look at the time. Got to go. Abby's waiting for me.
Oh.
We've got so much to do. Bye, Rudd. Maybe one day you can tell me more about your travels. Yeah, one day never.
Okay, so what are they talking about? They're talking about
The traveling abroad.
yeah, traveling abroad, traveling abroad. Abroad means in other countries, in USA, Australia, Canada, Germany. Yeah. Who's Avis?
The girl that's sitting right there.
Lexis. Lexi's friend, no? Why doesn't Lexi like talking to Ruth? Because he's big-headed. Yeah, big-headed is a person who is arrogant, who always show off. Oh, I've been everywhere. I've been to this place. I've done so many things. I am the best. Yeah, he's big-headed. No es que tenga la cabeza grande, pero he's arrogant. Arrogante, ¿no? He's big-headed. New vocabulary for you, big-headed. Vale. Okay, so we have more. There's one more listening. Here, this listening is the written line from this conversation with the person involved. Tenemos aquí pequeña introducción del present perfect. I significa I have. La estructura necesita tener el verbo have o has. Bueno, depending on the conjugation, depending on the person, you have to conjugate have or has. Yeah, I significa I have. She's no es el verbo to be, sino va a ser she has. For example, I've been to Rome many times. Marco, ¿puedes leer number 2?
Yes, I've never been there.
Thank you. Samuel, ¿puedes leer number 3?
She's been to London and Paris.
Thank you. Estrella, number 4.
She hasn't been to Rome.
Yes, thank you. Yurichi, number 5.
Have you ever been to the US?
Correct, thank you. Rosalinda, I. No está Rosalinda. Belén,
I've been to North and South America.
yes. Catherine, number 8.
You've been everywhere. I've been nowhere.
Yes, I've been nowhere. So, who does it refer? ¿A quién se refiere? ¿A Lexi, a Ruth o a Lexi's friend que se llama Abby? ¿Vale? Identify who is the person. Yeah. Lexi, Ruth, or Abby. Yes.
12.2. 1,
I've been to Rome many times.
2,
I've never been there.
3,
She's been to London and Paris.
4,
She hasn't been to Rome.
5,
Have you ever been to the US?
6,
I haven't travelled much at all.
7,
I've been to North and South America.
8,
You've been everywhere. I've been nowhere.
So, Ruth, Lexi, or Lexi's friend. Se llama Abby. O Abby. Okay.
Ruth and Abby.
No, the first one is Ruth, obviously. No? Number 2? ¿Quién
Lexi.
sería?
Let's see.
Lexi. Number 3?
Abby.
Abby, haha. 4?
Abby. Abby.
Yes. 5?
Ruth.
Ruth. O Rod. Creo que la pronunciación correcta es Rod. Number 6?
Lexi.
Lexi. Muy bien. Number 7?
Rose.
Yeah, Rod. And number 8?
Lexi.
Lexi. Yeah, correct. Thank you. It was just identifying. And that was it. Okay, so we have here one more. Oops. No answers here. One more. Listening. Listen and complete the conversation. Okay? Listen and complete the conversation. It is Avy, I think.
12.3. Have you ever?
Sorry, it's next page.
12.3. Have you ever?
Have you ever been to Australia?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been to Italy?
Yes, I have.
Oh, when did you go?
2 years ago.
Where did you go?
Rome, Florence, and Venice.
Wow. Did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. It was fantastic.
12.3. Have you ever?
Have you ever been to Australia?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been to Italy?
Yes, I have.
Oh, when did you go?
2 years ago.
Where did you go?
Rome, Florence, and Venice.
Wow. Did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. It was fantastic.
Here they are combining present perfect with past simple, no? If I talk about experiences, have you ever, alguna vez en tu vida, have you ever spoken other language besides English? Yes, I have. I've spoken French and German. Or, well, in this case, have you ever been to Australia? No, I haven't. Have you ever been to Italy? Yes, I have. Y por ahí nos meten past simple o simple past. ¿Por qué? Because if I want to ask specifically the time when that happened, entonces ahí ya puedo usar past simple, ¿vale? Si no especifico, yo les puedo decir, I've been to the UK, pero no saben cuándo. Entonces, si quieren saber cuándo, when did you go? Oh, the first time I went was in 2010, 12 years ago? 12 years ago. Yeah, then here we have 2 years ago. Where did you go? Did you have a good time? Yes, I did. ¿No? No hay problema con tanto con el past simple, ¿no? Porque tenemos expresiones en pasado 2 years ago, and we need to know about present perfect. Okay, so no vamos a checar el grammar yet, lo vamos a dejar para tomorrow. Vamos a practicar aquí los past participles. Sin ver de la lista, vamos a ver si recuerdan los past participles. So, ya están aquí los past participles. Ustedes nada más tienen que poner el infinitive. So, el infinitive es be. El past participle es been. ¿Cuál sería el infinitive de fail? This verb, fail. The same, no? Hello? You hear me? Fail. What about given? El verbo base.
Give.
El verbo give.
Give.
Won.
Win.
Win. Lived.
Lived.
Live. Seen. ¿Cuál sería el infinitive?
See.
Sí. Made.
Make.
Make. Swim.
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 Swim. Slept.
Live.
Listen. Slept. Had.
Have.
Have. Correct. Met.
Meet.
Met.
Meet. Run.
Run.
Run. The same. Taken.
Take.
Take. Eaten.
Eat.
Eat. Bought.
Boy.
Right. And finally done.
Do.
Do. Yeah, of course. ¿Vale? Okay, guys. So we have 15 minutes. We are going to spend these 15 minutes studying the verbs. I'm going to share a video where you can study these verbs. I want you to spend these 15 minutes to study the irregular verbs because sometimes como que nos da un poquito de flojera estudiarlo. So this video exactly is about 15 minutes. Exactamente dura 15 minutos. ¿Vale? Se los voy a pasar por WhatsApp. So you can have it. Ya les llegó. You receive. También por aquí.
Yeah.
Vale, perfect. So what I would like you to do is to start studying the verbs, ¿vale? To start studying the verbs. So this 15 minutes is for you to study. Mañana, ahora sí, vamos a hacer nuestro quiz. Ya no se salvan del quiz, ¿vale? Igual y nos vamos a conectar por Google Meet para que no agarre muchos datos, para que puedan, es un juego, ¿no? De Kahoot, se llama Kahoot, el website, el sitio, el link. Entonces no agarra muchos datos, pero ya ven que luego Zoom sí. Entonces igual nos conectamos por Google Meet, les mando el link, si no les aviso 10 minutos antes, ¿vale? Entonces usen ese tiempo, watch the video. I highly recommend. It's the girl English, Emma. Emma, she's the teacher. She's a very good teacher, an Australian teacher. And you can have look at the verb list that you have on the last page. Creo que es las últimas páginas de su libro. Si no lo tienen, ahorita se los mando, ¿vale? Entonces, ocupen estos 10, 15 minutos para study. Mañana hacemos el mini quiz, ¿vale? Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow.